I have been vegan for almost 10 years now. On June 27th, it will be 10 years that I became vegan. What about you guys? How's it going? I have two cameras going. I have my TikTok over here. Hi, everyone. Hello. Nice to see everybody here. A lot of the same people. That's great. Hi, Vegan Gator. Thanks for coming. If you guys are just new here, my name is Miss Katie. I am 61 and a half years old, and I've been vegan for almost 10 years. And the reason that I became vegan, hi Void. The reason I became vegan is because I used to eat animals and I found out how terribly they are treated. And then I just didn't want to hurt them anymore. So that's what happened there. Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot for being here. Let me see who's all here. Hold on, let's keep tapping on the screen, guys. That's one thing you can do. Definitely you can do that. And sorry, but you need B12. Well, you can get B12. You just take a tiny little pill. Would you rather take a tiny little B12 pill, or would you rather somebody stabs an animal in the neck? Silly. Yeah, most people take a multivitamin anyway. A multivitamin is just so easy to take. You simply just pop it in the morning in your mouth with whatever you're eating or drinking. It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, you can totally do it. All right, you want to come in and talk to me? Sure, no problem. All right, so you have to be an adult in order to come in and talk to me. You have to be over 18. So if that's you, then that's awesome. Hi, Julian. Thank you for being here. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. And do you like drugs? I don't do drugs. No, I don't believe in altering my mind. I don't think it's a good idea to get drunk. I don't think it's a good idea to get stoned. I think that we should not be afraid. We should be brave, and we should face the world the way it is. That's what I think. Just face it. There's some things that are going on, and we can make the world a better place. All right. Can I do my dance? I don't know what dance you mean. But yeah, it's cool, right? At the beginning, the chat isn't going too fast, so you guys can write to me and I can read the things you're saying. When it gets a little bit faster, you put a super chat in if you want me to read your comment. All right, let's see who's here. We got, oops, let me just see who is here. There's a person who wants to talk to me who has 69 followers, and it says unbanned. I guess the person was banned at one point. So, and the person doesn't seem to have any indication that they're vegan. No indication that they care beyond themselves either. So I don't think I'm going to let this person in, and I'm going to go to the next one. We have somebody named Mimi who has 68 followers. Mimi has no bio, doesn't say anything about being kind to the animals, doesn't say anything in their name about caring about the planet that we share. So I'm looking for people to come in where I can tap on their bio and it can see that it has something to do with the animals. Now here's somebody named Kyle. Now Kyle has this flag beside his name. Ah, so he must be all for freedom. Yeah, this is a freedom flag. So I let Kyle in. What do you think? Kyle must be vegan, right? If he has a flag like this beside his name, that means that he's against oppression. And he thinks that everybody should be free. Not just gay people, not just lesbians, not just bisexual people, but everyone. Should we let Kyle in? Do we trust Kyle? The picture, though, is kind of one of those anime pictures. And typically people that follow anime, well, you know, they're not exactly, let's say, well, I'm not going to say it. Let's not judge. Let's see if Kyle is able to come in here and read a card. Guys, in the meantime, let's keep on tapping. Thanks a lot for helping to save the animals and the planet that we all share. Welcome. You have a flag. You have a flag beside your name. You have a flag like this, a freedom flag. So are you for freedom?
It's the gay flag. It's for LGBTQ.
Are you for freedom?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that flag represents freedom, right? When you say it's an LGBT flag, what do you mean by that? What do they want? They want freedom. They want freedom, right?
Month.
Pardon?
It's Pride Month right now, so.
They want freedom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what are they proud of?
Themselves.
Why are they proud of themselves? What did they do? Are they vegan?
Yeah.
Some of them are vegan or all?
They should be vegan.
They should be vegan, that's right. And if you're vegan, in a way, you should be proud of yourself because you are braver than most people. You are going against a cruel society. You are brave enough to, at restaurants, order the vegan thing or ask the chef, hey, can you just don't put cheese on this, don't put meat on this. So vegans tend to be braver. But in general, should we be proud just to be doing the bare minimum? You know?
No.
Yeah. I agree. All right, because everybody should be vegan. It's just literally not stealing. Why should you be proud that you're not stealing body parts from innocent animals? You should just not do it. That's it. You should be proud of things that you go out of your way to do. All right, so environmental excuses. Question 50. Are you ready to read?
Environmental excuses. Question 50. Are vegans causing more harm to the planet through monocropping? Answer. Most monocrops are grown. Can you move it a bit? Because of the gifts.
To feed livestock.
To feed livestock, eating plants directly reduces the need for these damaging practices.
All right. So do you understand what you just read?
Not really.
Okay. Well, it was just 2 sentences. Let's go over it again. Do you understand the question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What does a question mean? If you had to put the question in your own words, what does it mean?
Well, I don't really know what monocropping means, so...
So that's when you grow something and you grow like all the same crop. Like let's say only corn in a whole field. And they say it's not that great because there's not a lot of biodiversity. Hey, thank you very much for the fruit. I love that. Guys, tap it on the screen. We just got the dancing fruit, which is, I'm eating fruit right now. By the way, you're all allowed to eat in class. Everybody's allowed to eat in class as long as it's vegan food. So don't bring any meat into class because that's somebody's body. Oh, we have a super chat over here. Let's see what this person is writing. Hold on a second. I'll just, in the meantime, let you read this again, okay? So you can sort of see if you can figure it out. All right? Okay, Kyle?
Wait, what?
Okay. When I'm speaking, you need to pay attention. Do not read the comments, okay? Because your whole point here is you're supposed to be a teacher. You can't just go off into some other space, okay? You did not understand what you read, so I'm telling you to read it so you understand it so you can explain it to the class.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All right, so read it while I look over here. Okay, somebody wrote, Gen Z, well, thank you, first of all.
Monocrops are grown to feed livestock.
Okay, hold on, sweetie. Just read it quietly to yourself because I'm responding to my YouTube channel here for a sec, okay? Okay, just read it quietly to yourself because you already read it out loud. All right. In the meantime, you guys tap on the screen because wait, Kyle, are you a girl or a boy?
I'm a boy.
All right, so Kyle is trying really hard, so encourage him. Okay. All right, so we have Gen Z writes, Gen Z, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Prada profit from animal exploitation. You're right, that is terrible that they do that. These are terrible companies, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, and sell the myth that wearing animals equals status. It's so terrible. Compassion is better than labels. You're 100% right. And I see people wearing labels here in Italy. I talk to lots of people. If they're wearing a label, like whether it says Adidas or Nike, big on their shirt, I ask them, why are you wearing that? And most of them just don't even know. Or they have something written on their shirt and they're just I don't know what it means. It's just insane. They have the ability to change the world. They could wear a necklace that reminds people, hey, maybe you should think about not hurting the animals. But people just wear all the most weird things on their shirts. They don't even think about full-grown adults. All right, so here's back to you, okay, Kyle? You want to read this out loud now?
Are vegans causing more harm to the planet from monocropping? Answer. Most monocrops are grown to feed livestock. Eating plants directly reduces the need for these damaging practices.
Okay, so Do you know what livestock is?
No.
So livestock is like animals, like cows and pigs, that they treat them as stock. They treat them like objects, even though they're alive. Okay, so it's really mean, and they give them that name, which is terrible. So aren't vegans causing more harm to the planet through monocropping? Well, no, because vegans use much less land, much less crops, because we don't take all the crops. Like, say this is the land. We don't take all the crops and feed it to the animals, which humans are breeding into existence. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kyle, I really need you to understand this, okay? I want you to be able to explain it to somebody else after, because somebody's going to ask you this one day, right? And I want you to understand the answer. So when you have a certain amount of land, right? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I just say?
When you have a certain amount of land.
Okay, when you have a certain amount of land, what people do is they grow crops on there, like corn or soybeans, okay?
Okay.
You following? Now, if we're vegan, we only use 1/4 of that land. But the meat eaters have to grow so many crops because they have to feed gigantic cows. And they have to feed them from their babies to grow. So that takes calories, right?
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, and then they're feeding them to the pigs. So if we stop creating pigs because people are breeding them, forcing them to be pregnant, what will happen is there will be less pigs on the planet, and that's a good thing because they are suffering in prisons right now. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So can you try to explain to all the people here who are cheering you on? Guys, keep on tapping on the screen, all right? 100 times each to encourage Kyle, because I want you guys to understand this concept. So Kyle, what did you just learn?
That vegans are better because they don't use as much land for the crops.
And less water.
And less water.
Right? And which means less pollution in general. And did you know that if we stopped breeding animals, we could save so much food, and we could share it with all of the poor people of the planet who are starving. You know, there's people that are really, really hungry. You know, does it make you sad even just to know that humans are sad and hungry? Meanwhile, we're feeding the cows.
I have a question.
Kyle, did you even hear me just now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I find you're being kind of rude, right? Because a lot of times I'm talking to you and I feel like you're just staring off into space or you're reading the comments. So I'm going to let you go. Okay, I'm not wasting my time with somebody who doesn't even give me the basic decency of following what I'm saying. Okay, don't come back. Let's go to the next person. This person's name is Frankie. But before we go there, thank you guys for tapping on the screen to encourage everybody here who is being kind. We have over here, by the way, thank you very much for the on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for and JL. I don't know how to say your name. I never know how to say your name. I'm just gonna call you Andy. I don't know. All right, thank you guys. So there's a person here who wants to be banned. The person's name is Gold something. So yeah, I'll just ban you because you're just spamming something that's useless. You'll see your comments, but nobody else will. You'll never be able to contact me again. I'm only interested in talking to people who have an open heart, an open mind, and who are polite and willing to learn. Okay, I'm not going to waste time with other people because there's so many good people here. Like Jason. I'm sure that Jason is nice, but let's just first check to see what it says in his bio. Here we go. Let's check. All right. So Jason's bio, he has 75 followers. It doesn't say trying to be vegan. It doesn't say don't hurt animals. It doesn't say be vegan. It doesn't say plants have protein. Jason's bio says nothing. He has 75 followers and absolutely no indication that he knows anything about what's going on. Let's go to the next person. This person's name is Cece, has 1 follower. And it says, please follow. So Cece wants people to follow him. but gives no value to the people. It's not like he's saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to be vegan. Or it's not like, hey, let's be vegan together. Let's be vegan friends. Absolutely no value. So Cece, my advice to you is to write something positive about who you are in this world. If you want me to follow you or any of my 1.2 million followers, you're going to have to do something better than that, right? You're going to have to write something like plants have protein. Okay, you have to do something. Let's go to the next person. Next person is somebody named Gavin. Gavin has 176 followers. And Gavin writes that he is a Leo. So what does that tell us, guys? If somebody writes in their bio that they're Leo or Capricorn or Libra or any of these things, they're showing us that they're not that intelligent. Because being a Leo or Libra or whatever it is has nothing to do with science. They haven't done any research. The day that you fell out of your mother's uterus and vagina is irrelevant to the kind of person that you're going to be. The date is irrelevant. Maybe your mom gave birth early. Maybe she was 5 days later, and then you would be a different sign, right? So don't write the sign. Do not believe in that stuff. Guys, come on, you're smarter than that. Let's go to the next person. I can't find anybody to come in and read here. All right, let's change the card up because I think we did do this one. So we did get up to 50. Guys, thank you guys for tapping on the screen. Right, if you're science-based, if you're an intellectual, tap on the screen. We have 18.3 thousand likes. That's amazing, guys, for a vegan live stream. That's pretty cool. All right, if you are somebody who okay, so we have somebody who just wrote that they're Capricorn. Person's name is Hunter, of course. So I'm going to ban this person forever. You're banned. I will never be able to see your comments ever again. Not in my regular videos, not anywhere. Because you're not kind enough. Because I just asked you not to waste everyone's time in the comment section, and you're not smart enough. So I'm sorry, but go and do some research about how to be kind and how to be smart, and then you can come back. Now, on the other hand, we have somebody here named Jarek, who writes, plants don't feel pain. That's awesome. I'm very happy that you have the intellectual capacity to know this, but not just know it. You also took the time, because you have more power in your hands than God does, and you typed it here. So the person's name, Jarek, it's amazing. Plants don't feel pain. Exactly. They don't feel pain. So you know what I'm going to do, Jarek? I'm going to pin your comment over here. I'm going to pin it right there, because people who do good things deserve to be rewarded. Thank you for that. If anybody else has something else that they want to say that is truthful, then maybe I can pin your comment later as well. All right, let's see who we have here. Oh my goodness, maybe we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wait for some adult to come in here. If you put some dancing fruit on the desk or something that shows that you're an adult, then you can come in and talk to me. But so far, the last 5 people who wanted to come and talk to me didn't seem like they really cared about veganism. And remember, guys, you have to be over 18 to come in anyway. Yeah, this is a peach. I have a whole pile of peaches. We bought them all, and then we realized, ooh, they're gonna go bad soon. So this is a tip for you guys. Don't eat just what you want to eat. Eat what's in your fridge that needs to be eaten. So that's how I do it. I'll open up the fridge and I'm like, okay, what needs to be eaten? Because I don't waste any food, like any food. Nothing. So you open up your fridge and you're like, okay, what's back here? You dig around, okay, half a bag of spinach or whatever, half an onion or something, whatever. And you just put it all together and you find a way to make it. Now at the back of sort of the back of our fridge, we had bought 6 peaches and they kind of got pushed back a bit. It's like, oh shoot, we better eat those. So all cut up. I wasn't ready to eat them yet, but cut up, put in the fridge, and now I'm eating them. And they're so good, and I wish I could give you a bite of them. Hold on one sec. I just realized I forgot to turn these lights on, which help you guys to see a little bit. All right, we have a super chat from somebody named Ernst Funch and wrote, what about Ben? Don't know what you're talking about. What about Ben? It's not really a complete sentence. Like, you're not saying who I know lots of Bens, so maybe come back and write your